Game Time Brian. Hey, Mark, is that the guy coming on? Hey, Mark, you can bring DFW and the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and it won't matter. You haven't done dick in 30 years. The Pet Rock and the Chia Pet were more famous than Dallas in the last 25 years. Who are you kidding? The Chia Pet is more famous than the Cowboys in the last 30 years. The Chia Pet.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Game Time Brian, otherwise known as not the mailman today. I am off. Just got done watching Chris May, listening to Chris May while I was getting some stuff done. Hope everybody's having a good thirsty Thursday. Yes. I gotta go get a haircut. Yeah, I know. Gotta go get a little bit of hair taken off my once a month haircut. So, get down to some news real fast. First things first. CJ Gardner-Johnson, not good. He's carted off the field in Houston. I don't really know what's going on there. I hope that GJ is going to be all right. This is what scares me, okay? This is what scares me. We do not need injury. I mean, injuries are part of the game. I get it. Shout out to Primetime Phil and Primetime Studios. This is what scares me. Injuries. And this is for everybody. We talked about it last night. We had a great show. Shout out to Philly 500 again. Nice guy, very gracious. You know, for whatever reason, I guess it's my personality. We don't really get into it, and I mean, it's kind of like Cop Pizzle, right? It's kind of like how Pizzle is. Pizzle's feeling himself a little bit. He's feeling himself, and he's ready to engage in a fight. Now, Dallas, I believe, will be a competitive. I do believe it. There's just a lot of question marks. I'm honing in around 9 wins, maybe 8, maybe 10. You know, I mean, still around that range. I want to see, but you get into the injuries regarding Philly. You guys can't afford too many injuries. You know, I know. You know, to certain positions. Dallas, offensive line, we cannot afford it. We cannot afford injury to Kaiir Elam. If something were to happen to Kaiir Elam right now, that would not be good. But, you know, I would like to be creative in trying to trade in an area of need. Bad Dog Sports, thank you so much. Again, very gracious. Never turns down an opportunity to be on the channel. I don't take advantage of it. I don't abuse it. I appreciate him as well. The end of the day, you know, it's how you treat people is how people will respond. I am open to helping out anybody. I've done it in the past. You know, I would hope that it would be reciprocal, you know, and I've been on the NFC East Super Friends not once but twice, filling in for Law Nation. So that's an honor for me. I know Philly 500, he's talking about, I guess he's got to talk to Joey. I told him if he wants me, I'm there. Philly Shakedown podcast, I'll never turn it down. You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of how I am. So I appreciate it. It was really good. Next Wednesday, we're going to get back to just the channel members and the Zoom call. It's just us. I'm not going to reach out for any special guests. You guys are getting spoiled. That's 3 weeks in a row now. So we had Pizzle, we had Terrence Parsons. But you never know. Maybe we'll have somebody, but I'm not thinking I'm bringing out I'm not bringing in a YouTuber, but you never know. If people are asking for Law Nation, Law Nation is big time, baby, big time. Again, I would never say never. I mean, but we'll see. Play it by ear. But plus he's busy. A lot of guys do stuff on Wednesdays. But we got a potential trade. To all you people who think that Micah Parsons is going to be traded, I was watching Mike Fisher this morning, kind of in a stupor because I was up late. I didn't get to bed till like 1 o'clock. So Mike Fisher had a video this morning where he was talking about Buffalo Bills, a potential trade. Let me know what you think. To me, I don't like doing a trade with Buffalo, but if you truly are in the market for a new quarterback in a couple years, maybe Arch Manning, then this might be a way. Buffalo's not going to be drafting until in the 20s every year, so maybe in the 30s. So they're going to be in the high 20s. 3 number 1 picks. Ed Oliver, the defensive tackle, and a Cook, the running back. Yes, 18 touchdowns from last year. Cook. So you got Cook, Ed Oliver, and 3 number 1s for Micah Parsons. Now, my question is, first, would you do it? But I also want to put it, yes, I would do it. No, I wouldn't do it. But you have to ask yourself, are we a Super Bowl contender? And you have to answer that logically. Is Micah Parsons, because by trading away Micah Parsons, that literally makes you worse now. But you get 3 number 1 picks, Ed Oliver, defensive tackle, and Cook. Problem is, you're going to have to pay Ed Oliver and Cook, but it'll still be less than what you would have to pay for Micah. I mean, Cook is asking for $15 million a year. He's not going to get Saquon money. Maybe you pay 10, 11, 12. I wouldn't go 12, but let's say 11. And Ed Oliver, if the defense deems that he fits, I don't know. I'm not big on this deal, but again, if you're not, and this goes out to Randy McIntyre, Randy, we talk about it. If you're not going to bring in a Christian Wilkins, I don't care how weird he is or whatever's going on, he's a big time. If you're not going to bring him in, who he's free, meaning you don't have to give up compensation, or you're not going to trade for a legit one technique to help out Osa and Thomas. We can't go with the young guys. Akon Basote is not ready. He's not. Supposedly there's 6 deals, 6 teams calling about Micah. But here's my thing. Looking ahead, if we're not going to be aggressive in adding to the team, I'm not saying they're not, but if they're not, why are we keeping Micah? Philly 500 brought it up last night. Why do we sign Dak Prescott to $60 million? Well, I'll tell you why that. Dallas doesn't want to go back to the Clint Sterner days. They don't want to go back to post Aikman, or they don't want to go back to pretty much post Aikman up until we got lucky with Romo, and then Dak Prescott. So that's a way to stay valid. But there's 6 teams looking to trade for Micah. I ain't trading them to the NFC. Would you do Buffalo for 3 number 1s, Cook, who needs a new deal, and Ed Oliver? And if you're telling me that the team is going to remain as it is and they will not make trades, even with the bottom of the roster, they will not kick the tires on a stud defensive tackle via trade or Christian Wilkins, then yes, I would trade. Because to me, it's setting up for the future, right? We have a very young team. Very young team. If you're not going to help out Dak Prescott or the defense by stopping the run, it's no secret. How to win in this league is to stop the run and run the football. So, again, if you traded to Buffalo, you would make your team less good now. You would. But you would have 2 number 1 picks next year. You would have 2 number 1 picks the following year. And you would have 2 number 1 picks the following year. Okay? You would have 6 first-round picks in 3 years. Yes, I get it. At least, they'll be in the 20s, 3 of them, and then wherever you finish. I think Dallas is in purgatory. We talked about it last night. I brought this up. Dallas is in purgatory based on their pro personnel moves. They're drafting fine. They just refuse to make the deals to put them over the top. They want to roll with their own far too much. So, with that being said, would you do the deal? But if I said they're going to go out, Daniel M., if I said they're going to go out and get a Christian Wilkins, or they're going to trade and give up serious compensation for somebody, then no. I want to keep Micah. Right? I want to keep Micah. We got Marshawn Nealon in year 2 of a deal. We got Donovan Easy Ezeraku, year 1 of a deal. Outside of that, we got Dante Fowler on a 1-year deal, right? Sam Williams on the final year of his deal, who's mixed reviews at training camp. As much as I don't want to trade Micah, because I think Micah is an elite player, I need to know what's going on with the Cowboys. What is the Dallas Cowboys doing? Are they thinking they're good enough? They're not. As we sit here, they're not. Offensively, they're really good. I think Dallas is really good offensively. Offensive line, we're hoping they can be mid-pack. I like what I heard this morning from the offensive coaches and the offensive line. Again, everybody's getting a little too carried away with what happened in the joint practice. We have 3 scrimmage games coming up. I would seriously look at that Buffalo deal. Maybe have them sweeten it up. And maybe say 3 number 1s, Cook, Oliver, and throw something else in there. Maybe another set. Maybe replace the pick we gave up for George Pickens. Maybe ask for a 3rd. I'm going to be greedy here, people. So you tell me. I'm not going to keep this video long. I'm almost there. I got to cut this together. Go get my hair cut. I will be having a lunchtime chat. Most likely. What's today? Thank God it's Thursday. Yeah, we'll do a lunchtime chat. I don't know what time. Maybe a late lunch, early dinner, something like that. We'll review the news of the day. And we'll maybe show you a little bit of practice from the Dallas Cowboys. All right, everybody. Game time, Brian, going to get high and tight. Now, I can't take too much off the top. It's a little thinning. But let me know. Would you do that deal with Buffalo? With a caveat that Dallas is not going to go out and be aggressive and add anybody to the defensive line room of substance. Let me know. Yes or no. All right, late.
Wow, Greg's really doing great. Naturally. Here's my good luck charm. Where is he? I don't know. I can't see him. Oh, no.